Right. So today we're going deep on this idea that reality is like so simple. It's almost like hypnotic. And it's from this book, God's Debris, which is kind of crazy just on the surface because it's by Scott Adams.
Really?
Yeah. The Dilbert guy.
Oh, wow.
Like who would have thought he'd go in this direction?
That's an interesting background for someone to be writing about this kind of stuff.
I know, right? Like from office humor to the nature of reality. It's based on this YouTube video transcript that really dives into this thought experiment at the core of the book.
So we're tackling big questions today, huh?
Oh, yeah. We're going for it.
Yeah.
The whole point is to see if God's debris can convince us that reality is actually way simpler than we think.
Right.
But in a way that's like super strange and kind of mind-blowing.
I like it.
So get ready for some serious moments.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, so the book starts off with this. Totally random encounter between a delivery guy and this old man. And this old man is like, he just knows everything.
Okay.
It's kind of creepy. But anyway, one of the first things he brings up is flipping a coin.
Okay.
Like if you flip it 1,000 times, it'll be roughly half head.
Yeah, makes sense.
And we all know that, right?
Yeah.
But the old man says the real mystery isn't the 50-50 split. It's the why.
Okay, the why.
Why does it even work out that way?
I never really thought about it like that.
Right. It's such a simple question, but it leads to all these huge questions about science and like the universe.
Like, why are things the way they are?
Exactly. Like, why do the laws of physics even exist? And why does probability always seem to work the way it does?
It's using something we all know to open up these massive questions.
It is. And the book doesn't stop there. It actually goes on to question these big scientific terms we use all the time.
Like what?
Like dimension infinity field.
You know, these really complex ideas.
Yeah.
But the book argues they might just be placeholders for things we don't actually understand.
That's interesting. So it's saying that we might just be giving fancy names to stuff we don't really grasp.
Exactly. It's like we're slapping labels on things and pretending that makes us experts.
So it's a critique of jargon, basically.
Kinda. It's making us think about the limits of our knowledge.
Yeah.
And then the book goes full on mind-bending with the idea of free will.
Okay, how so?
Especially in the context of an all-knowing God. Like,
right.
Like if God knows everything, free will even exist.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I know, right? And the book uses this analogy of a coin that thinks it's choosing to land on heads or tails.
Interesting.
But obviously someone's flipping it, right?
Right.
So are we like that coin? Are we just going through the motions convinced that we're in control?
I mean, it does make you question. Totally. And here's where it gets really wild.
Okay.
The book's main premise is that God might have actually destroyed itself out of boredom.
What?
Yeah. I know it's a lot.
God destroyed itself.
Yeah. Basically, God was like all-powerful, all-knowing.
Yeah.
And got bored.
Yeah.
So it decided to do the ultimate experiment.
Which is?
To unmake itself. And we humans, the stars, everything.
Yeah.
We're all just the debris.
Whoa, hold on.
I know, it's a lot to take in.
So the Big Bang wasn't creation, it was
destroying itself.
Exactly. And now we're all like these little pieces of God scattered throughout the universe.
And we're just, what, floating around?
Well, the book says we're driven by probability.
Probability.
Yeah, to eventually reassemble.
So we're all going to come back together again.
Maybe. It's like this cosmic puzzle that's slowly putting itself back together.
That's a pretty wild idea.
But it's all based on probability, not some grand plan or anything.
Probability, huh? Yeah.
It's like this force that's just pushing everything forward.
That's a pretty different way of thinking about things.
Definitely. And the book gets even more interesting when it talks about the human mind as a delusion generator.
A delusion generator.
Yeah. It's not a very flattering view of ourselves.
No, it's not.
But the idea is that our brains don't actually see reality for what it is. Yeah. They create these illusions, these mental shortcuts to help us make sense of things.
So we're not really seeing the truth?
Well, the book argues that a lot of what we perceive as truth is just a story our minds have created, like our need for cause and effect.
Right.
We see something happen and we assume it caused something else.
Yeah, we do that all the time.
But maybe it's not that simple.
So you're saying our perception of reality is just a bunch of made-up stories?
In a way, yes. The book argues that our minds are constantly constructing these narratives.
So then how do we even know what's real? That's the big question, right? And the book suggests that becoming more aware isn't about getting more information.
Okay.
It's about unlearning these illusions.
Unlearning them.
Yeah, like peeling back the layers of a delusion onion.
A delusion onion. I like that.
But how do you even start to do that?
Yeah, good question.
Well, the book lays out these 5 levels of awareness.
What levels?
Yeah, it starts at level 1.
Okay.
which is just blindly trusting authority.
Like accepting whatever you're told.
Exactly. Like a kid believing everything their parents say.
Oh, okay.
And then you move to level 2, where you start questioning everything.
The rebellious teenager phase.
Exactly.
Okay, what's next?
Level 3 is where a lot of science falls.
Oh, okay.
Believing it has the answers through rigorous testing,
yeah.
but still thinking it can totally grasp the truth.
Right.
Without realizing that science is always evolving.
Yeah, it's always changing.
And then level 4 is realizing that the mind doesn't actually perceive reality accurately. It creates these illusions.
Right.
These mental models.
So that's a pretty big shift in thinking.
It is. And finally, level 5 is the avatar.
The avatar.
Yeah, someone who totally understands the illusory nature of the mind and can see how these illusions are playing out.
In all of humanity.
Yeah. It's like a super rare level of awareness.
It's like a spiritual master or something.
Kinda. The book says they only step in when things are about to go really wrong.
Interesting. So these levels are like a roadmap for becoming more aware.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's like a way to understand different perspectives on reality.
Okay, that makes sense.
And if our minds are always creating these illusions, what about our memories?
Oh, that's a good point.
Right. Like we think of our memories as these perfect recordings.
Yeah.
But the book says memory is actually fluid.
Fluid?
Yeah, it's constantly being rewritten and reorganized.
What?
Yeah, to fit our current understanding and our biases.
So our memories aren't reliable.
Well, it sounds like they're always evolving.
Like a story we keep telling ourselves.
Exactly. And each time we tell it, it might change a little bit.
Wow. I never thought of it that way.
It explains why we can have such different memories of the same event.
Yeah, like you and a friend remembering a party totally differently.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it also makes you think about how history is written.
Yeah.
Because everyone has their own version of events.
That's true.
And on top of all that, God's debris also questions our sense of importance.
Our importance.
Yeah. Like, why do we think humans are so special?
I mean, we are pretty complex creatures.
You are.
Yeah.
But the book asks why our collection of body parts is more important than a single cell in our body. It's making us think about our place in the cosmos.
Right.
And whether we're really as significant as we think we are.
So it's challenging our ego a bit.
Definitely. It's saying that our sense of importance is another illusion.
Another illusion, huh?
It's not some inherent truth.
So if we're not as important as we think we are, then what's our purpose?
That's a good question. Maybe it's not about individual significance, but about our role in this larger cosmic dance.
Okay.
Driven by probability.
So we're all connected in some way.
Maybe. And the book even talks about how these illusions affect our relationship.
Really?
Yeah, it makes this bold statement about gender. Saying that women tend to see men as like defective versions of themselves.
Oh, wow.
And vice versa.
That's a bit controversial.
It is, but it's trying to highlight how our perceptions of each other can be based on these preconceived notions.
Yeah, I get that.
Like we have these expectations about how men and women should be.
Yeah.
And that can lead to misunderstandings.
Definitely.
It also talks about how we define trust in relationships.
Okay.
Saying that the illusion might be that women value sacrifice, while men value being useful or needed.
Interesting.
Whether or not you agree with that,
it
makes you think about the assumptions we bring to relationships.
Yeah, for sure.
And as if all that wasn't enough, the book even questions the certainty of knowledge itself.
Even science.
Especially science.
Yeah.
It points to things like Einstein's theory of relativity and quantum mechanics.
Okay.
As evidence that reality might be way more complex than we can even imagine.
It's like we're always just scratching the surface.
Exactly. And the book argues that every generation thinks they have it all figured out, but they're probably just caught in another delusion.
So we should always be questioning what we think.
I think so. It's about being open to new ideas.
And admitting that we don't have all the answers.
Exactly. Which leads to this concept of skeptic's disease.
Skeptic's disease?
Yeah. It's this idea that people who are always skeptical and debunking everything might be right most of the time.
Okay.
But they can become so convinced of their own rightness that they miss out on truly extraordinary things.
Oh, I see. So they're so focused on being right that they close themselves off to new possibilities.
It's like a form of intellectual arrogance.
Wow, that's a good point.
And it can be a real obstacle to understanding the world.
So we need to be skeptical, but also open-minded.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance.
Right.
So after all this talk about illusions,
yeah,
where does God's debris leave us?
That's the big question.
Well, it comes back to the idea of reincarnation.
Reincarnation.
Yeah, but not in the traditional sense.
Okay.
It's more about probability.
Probability again.
Yeah, the book says with infinite time,
right,
all possible configurations of matter will eventually repeat.
So we could all come back again.
Potentially. And the illusions we experience, they might be like scaffolding for existence. Yeah, like a temporary structure.
Okay.
That helps us build something bigger.
Interesting. So our illusions have a purpose.
Maybe. They could even play a role in the eventual reawakening of God.
Through probability.
Exactly. It's like this grand cosmic cycle.
Wow. It all comes back to probability.
It does. And the book ends with this idea that probability itself is the real God.
Like the driving force.
Yeah. There's this great quote. God is as real as the clothes you are wearing and the chair you are sitting in.
That's a good one.
It's not about some deity in the clouds.
Right.
It's about this fundamental force that's shaping reality.
So probability is like the fabric of the universe.
Kind of. Yeah. And it's everywhere all the time.
Wow. That's a lot to think about.
It is. So to sum it all up,
God's
Debris presents this idea that reality might be so simple
that
it's almost hypnotic and we miss the strangeness of it.
Right.
It also argues that our minds are these delusion generators.
Constantly creating our own reality.
And it proposes this radical concept of God
as scattered probability.
With everything in the universe driven by this force that's constantly pushing us forward.
And it makes us question everything we think we know.
Exactly. Our knowledge, our free will, our importance, it's all up for grab.
It's a real challenge to our assumptions.
It is. So what do you think?
I think it's fascinating. It makes you wonder if we're all just living in this grand illusion.
Right. And if we are, what does that mean for our lives?
Yeah, what does it mean for our choices, our relationships, everything?
And if probability is the ultimate force, how does that change how we see the world?
I mean, even something as simple as a coin toss could have a deeper meaning.
Maybe it's all part of this grand cosmic dance
that we're just beginning to understand.
A dance orchestrated by probability.
It's a lot to think about.
It is, but it's worth considering.
I agree. God's debris really makes you question everything.
And maybe that's a good thing.
Maybe it is.
Because if we're not questioning, are we really living?
I'll leave you with that thought.
Good one. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
My pleasure.
It's been a mind-bending journey.
Into the heart of reality.
And who knows?
Maybe we're all just a little bit of God's debris.
Maybe we are.
Thanks for listening.
And keep questioning everything.